Hey there, this is Ash. Just want to say namaste and good morning to you. I know that as I'm going live today, I want to first of all thank you for being part of my network. I really appreciate it. I want to go live and just give you some synopsis of what we're going to do going forward into the future, and just giving you some update on things that are going on. Those of you who know me, I'm creating a holistic movement through my company Financial Chakras, and I would love for you to join me in the holistic movement. I think it'll be great. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm talking to a lot of people, and I'm getting all kinds of you know questions and concerns as to how to do certain things. One of the questions that comes up to me is that how do I attract financial abundance? It's a constant question that I keep getting. And what I find is that for the most part, for people, if you are looking to attract financial abundance into your life, one of the things I suggest you do is sit down in the morning, and have a practice that you can follow. Now, typically speaking, what I tend to do is, let's suppose that, think of it, attracting abundance is a goal that you have, and then you also have a goal of your maybe physical fitness or any of the goals that you might have. And what I in the Indian culture, at least, what we do on a daily basis, it's many times, um, we have, um, what do you call this, you know uh, o- like a daily rituals that we do by default. Okay. And the daily rituals that we do are, as an Indian, as a Hindu, culture, is pretty uh, ingrained in us, specifically on the holicism side. So I shared this in my group on a holistic movement on my website. If you go there, you'll find this. And basically, in the morning when we wake up, normally I tend to wake up around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Once I wake up in the morning, then we take shower. After the shower, we usually go do the prayers, because now that we have cleansed our body, it's time to cleanse your mind. So we go into cleansing our mind, and end up cleansing our soul, right, in the right way. And so that's why we do the what we call puja or prayers in the morning. Once that prayers are done, then we get into the meditative stage by doing some mala or rosary beads. And once we are done with that, no, normally you can ask for whatever you want. It's been proven that once you do these exercises, you can ask the universe for whatever you want, and the universe will give it to you. So what happens is that in the procedural things, in the processes, as you are doing this, when you do the rosary beads, when you are, if you notice that any leader in the world, the one thing they have, all leaders they have one thing in common. And the common denominator between all leaders, specifically religious leaders, they all have rosary beads. The reason they have rosary beads is because when you do the rosary, let's say you believe in Jesus or whoever that you may believe in, if you go in and you just say Jesus, 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 or if you believe in some other god, let's say Buddha, right? Or you may be believing in some other philosophy or faith, whatever, whether it's a religion or universal being, whatever you believe in, you concentrate on that, and you do that 108 times. Each rosary beads have 108 beads. So what happens is, when you go around one time, one full time, and I'll go, and maybe I'll do this one time as to how to do this properly. But when you do that one time, your mind begins to come to the still state. Then the second time around, it becomes a total stillness. third time around, now you are at a place of like, ready to receive information. Your body, your subconscious mind, and your subconscious being is ready to receive information. And then if you do it 5 times in the morning, and then you say any goal you want, you can achieve any goal you like. So typically speaking, you know um we pretty much do this, and then I go about my day. Throughout the day, I'm either, my main thing is in business, to make money. I make money. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. So what I tend to do is I tend to go in and I say, okay, what are the things that I'm going to do today? And I normally have, I know for sure the way I make money is appointments. For me, appointments equals closing. Speaking engagements equals more appointments equals closing. I also have a couple of assistants who help me out with appointment settings and stuff like that. So, when you look at the end of the day, when you're looking to attract the abundance, you really need to get yourself together, get yourself aligned, get your energetic centers, working in the right way throughout the day. And that will give you a proper uh, focus that's necessary in order to for you to make things work. Many times I find that as I talk to clients, as a holistic business consultant, holistic business and financial consultant for that matter, what I find is that many people, go about their day, and then what happens is, end of the day, they're asking themselves, "What did I really achieve today?" And what ends up happening is they're going around and round, round and round, round and round, and they're not getting to the main objective. So what I learned from one of the hypnotherapists, they taught me this. I thought it was very valuable. So at the end of the day, I created like a number system. So like, let's say that you have a checkbox. Let's say you want to do well emotionally, you want to do well mentally, you want to do better financially, you want to do better physically. And I basically, whatever I want to do, I wrote down, and I made a checklist of things that I need to get done, for the day. And then I decided how much money. So the system, um, that this person taught me said, okay, give it a number, like, how much money you want to make. So let's say it's $100,000, and that means that every item that you finish, you give yourself $100 in income. So what happens is your subconscious begins to get trained. So I started doing this as an exercise, and throughout the day, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about each item that I need to check off. And every time I'm doing this, I'm giving myself a some sort of financial gain or a raise inside of my own self. And it's becoming very interesting. I'll let you know the results as to, if if that works. Until now, my exercises was very simple. I'll do Mara beads, and I'll think about my goal, and then I'll just go after it, pretty much. And I do one thing that I think helps me quite a bit, is make sure that I write down my goals every single day. Like 2 3 times a day. Like, whenever I get a chance, I'll write it down on a pad or something, and that helps me stay very much focused. Okay, so my main goal today was to go live today and just give you a little, just welcome you and thank you for being part of my network. And I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more in-depth information in about a day or two. I'm going to start every single day as I come live. I'm going to be talking about different things. So I want to thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you, and I look forward to talking to you, in the future as we move on to some interesting topics. Thank you so much for everything.